For the Arsenal, we see them banning Doom and Undying again, exactly what they banned in the first game. Not surprising they're banning them again. There wasn't really anything dangerous from Team VuDoo that they might want to counter. Team VuDoo bans out Slardar, just like they did in the first game. They ban out Tusk, though, as well. That's a new ban there. Tusk definitely got a lot of work done in that second game. He was able to cancel Witch Doctor's ult in one fight that I think possibly would have been able to turn the game. He was also able to, in that exact same fight, actually, he was able to keep himself alive and just, I think, stun the entire other team with his snowball. It was just really impressive performance by the Tusk. We see Arsenal first pick Quap, a pretty obvious mid pickup here. They could also run her as maybe like a core in the safe lane or off lane. We'll just see what happens. Most likely going to be a mid pick though. Team VuDoo picking up Dazzle first. Dazzle's strong laning support, strong hero in general, really. We'll see where they want to lane him. For their second pick, if it's anything like game 1, I'd assume they pick their second support here. Find out in a second, though. After seeing game 1, I wouldn't be surprised if they pick up a Lion here to try to deny the other team the Lion. Definitely a possible pickup there. Although I don't think they should be too afraid of the Lion, considering as of right now, the Arsenal doesn't have anyone who's going to be taking those massive jungle stacks that Lion was able to produce. And they go with the Earthshaker, another strong hero, a strong team fight ult. Really good. Well, pretty good at ganking if you're able to get some good positioning off Fisher to block the lane. We'll see what they do with that. Arsenal awaiting their pick. If I had to guess, I'd say they pick their first support, which I think Night Stalker is probably going to be run as a support here for them. If not, probably more of a roaming hero. And they ban the Witch Doctor. Definitely a good ban. Witch Doctor was really the hero that was able to do the most work for them last game. That Witch Doctor was really the only reason they were still in that game at all. They weren't really farmed enough. They didn't really have much they could do. I mean, Invoker's spells definitely helped a lot, but it was really the Witch Doctor that kept them in that.
Reserve time.
Team VuDoo, not really sure on what they want to ban. They aren't giving away any obvious strat here, although once again they are kind of showing it's going to be hard for them to get ganks off. So that's definitely something that the Arsenal will probably feel confident on. And Team VuDoo bans the Templar Assassin, even though pretty evident that Queen of Pain might be the one going mid. The Arsenal banning a Baden, they actually picked that up last game. Obviously not going to go for him this game, and they don't want Team VuDoo to be able to pick him up. Though I'm really not sure Team VuDoo would have chosen to pick up a Baden anyway.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
And a Dazzle, who am I kidding? Spectre banned out by Team VuDoo. Once again, another one of those solid heroes they probably just don't want to play up against. Especially against this lineup, her ult could definitely be used at a really important timing for maybe a blink initiation, or maybe they're just scared of her being able to pick off people, since Dazzle is definitely squishy early.
5 seconds.
Their next pick, I'd expect them to pick up their offlane hero, like they did last game.
Reserve time.
We'll have to see if they do or not. Also very possible that they pick up their mid. Really, just by the 4 heroes shown right here, I'd say the Arsenal is already ahead. Night Stalker gonna be extremely mobile from minute 4. Gonna be getting work done with the silence. An insane ganking hero, and they pick Brewmaster. Probably a Brewmaster mid. I'm not really sure why. Brewmaster doesn't exactly excel against Queen of Pain if he's going mid. Night Stalker has the silence and Silencer. Well, if the name says anything, he's got his silence. It's definitely going to be hard for these guys to fight. Brewmaster is going to want to attempt. I don't even know what Brewmaster is going to want to do. I don't know where I was going with that. Team VuDoo is definitely going to have a hard time fighting. They're going to have to maybe pick up a Centaur Warrunner in their off lane. That way, if they initiate and it goes back, nope, that's not going to work at all. I was going to say if it initiate and it goes, they get silenced and they can just stampede out, but that's definitely not how spells work. You can't use a spell if you're silenced. So, definitely going to be, well, a Slark, okay, an okay pickup, but once again, if things start going bad and they're silenced, Slark isn't going to be able to just pounce away or shadow walk out. Probably going to be picked off in the fight. So they definitely have a window of opportunity in between silencer ults. But aside from that, they basically have before silencer gets his level 6 and in between silencer ults. So they have 130 seconds in between ults and before silencer hits level 6, which should be around the 8-ish minute mark, 10-ish at the very latest. So definitely not exactly something you want to be messing around with, especially if what you're counting to keep you alive in team fights happens to be 2 spells from Dazzle. Your main initiation is a blink spell from Earthshaker. Definitely need to pick up a right-clicking carry, or a right-clicking hero with their next pick. See the Arsenal pick up Spirit Breaker. It looks like they're just going for a pretty good ganking lineup. They're going to look to put VuDoo down early, and just make it a quick, easy game for them. With the Spirit Breaker, probably just charging around all over the place. Night Stalker, once it hits minute 4, he's definitely going to be roaming all over the place as well. And we see the Winter Wyvern banned out by Team VuDoo. I definitely would have banned out a hard carry. I don't think Night Stalker is going to be their hard carry. I think they're still waiting to pick that. I think it's going to be Night Stalker, Silencer support. Possibly Silencer, Spirit Breaker support with an off-lane Night Stalker. In any case, I feel like Winter Wyvern was not an appropriate ban at this point. So Team VuDoo, waiting to see what they pick up last. Like I said, they need some sort of right-clicking hero.
Seconds to go.
Arsenal, I think they need a harder carry. Because if their game plan doesn't go too hot, and Slark gets a lot of farm, there's no one who's going to be able to contest this Slark here. But, I mean, we see Clinks, and I 100% disagree with that as a pickup. Once again, he is 100% countered by Silencer's Global Silence. If he's being ganked by Night Stalker, his main venue of escape being his invisibility, if he's silenced, well, he can't go invisible. He won't be able to escape and he'll die. So, I definitely wouldn't have picked up Clinks here. Just not great. Even if he does manage to get the invisibility off, if Spirit Breaker is charging him, and anyone has a dust, obviously the charge icon will be hovering over Clinks' invisible little head. Spirit Breaker makes contact, dust is popped, and Clinks is dead. This Clinks player is going to have to be really on top of his game. The Arsenal taking all their time to think about their final pick. Not really sure who it's going to be. Like I said, I'd like to see a harder carry coming out. It's possible that that's happening. Possible they're running Night Stalkers there. Position 1. And Zeus. So it looks like they've got a Zeus mid. Position 1 Night Stalker. Offlane Quap. Support Silencer. Support Spirit Breaker. If I had to guess, I'd say that's what they were going for. And, oh my bad, let me turn off the overlay. Oops, I'm just...
This should be interesting.
GLHF coming out from other casting group. And let's start on the Dire. On the Arsenal, on the side of the Arsenal, we've got Silent playing the Zeus Cascades on the Night Stalker. How does he have so much gold? Jeez, I didn't think you could buy all that. Obviously you can. J24 on the Spirit Breaker. Buckets on Silencer. And XXMLG Blaze It for 20XX on Quap. Meanwhile, Smoked, see this, that's just a waste of smoke. There is no reason for them to smoke there. They weren't going to get any pickoffs from it. It's just a waste of, however, waste of 100 gold. But anyway, before we even get into critiquing, let's go ahead and introduce them. Sinister on Radiant, Shazzy on the Sinister on Slark, Shazzy on the Earthshaker, GG Noir on the Brewmaster, New York Jets fan on Clinks, and we've got Lax on the Dazzle. Looks like each team is going to be able to take a rune.
Well,
Arsenal getting the bot rune. VuDoo getting the top rune, and it looks like we've got not Brewmaster, but Clinks mid. Okay. Where is Brewmaster? I'm just so confused at what's happening right here. Tri-lane top. Nobody is bottom. I mean, but we also have this wicked sick tri-lane mid for now. So it looks like it's going to be a dual lane top with an aggressive, with a safe tri-lane. It's going to be Dazzle, Slark down bottom. What item is that for Dazzle? It's pretty sweet. That pipe, though, I like it a lot. Real nice pipe. Anyway, Dazzle going to be throwing harass out of Spirit Breaker. You're definitely going to be careful. You're going to have to be careful in this lane. He only has 400 health, and he's already taken, well, more than 100 health in just creep aggro hits. Slark is finally down here. This time they're going to get the ward off that blocks the pull camp. It's definitely going to be hard for them to start contesting the Spirit Breaker's farm after this wave goes through. We also got Night Stalker just sitting mid with the Zeus, keeping Clinks out of lane. It's going to be hard for Clinks to get anything done with constant fear of being ganked. We've also got Earthshaker sitting back in the trees, so it looks like it's going to be a solo Brewmaster up against this Silencer Quap. Once again, Silencer going to be able to just keep Brewmaster out of lane. These supports just doing so much work to be able to deny the enemy core's farm, even if they're just sitting there. Looks like Dazzle, rotated top, determines Slark is well enough on his own to take care of the Spirit Breaker. Dazzle's rotating top to help out this Brewmaster. Definitely a good call. Really not sure how Slark's going to be able to do it. Earthshaker rotating bottom, that makes a lot more sense. It means Clinks is no longer going to have a babysitter. And First Blood going the way of Team VuDoo again, but Quap possibly quick with a counter. Night Stalker manages to kill it. Brewmaster, one more right click, and there down goes Quap. Actually, given to the Dazzle by his Poison Touch. Poison Touch, good spell. Clinks, go ahead and take a look at... Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Last hits. See Zeus, an obvious lead. Quap followed up second with Clinks at 8, Spirit Breaker at 8, and Slark at 5. Once again, Radiant's cores, or Team VuDoo's cores, just not doing as well as they need to be to contest this. Brewmaster, he doesn't have a single last hit. He has 0 last hits. That's definitely not something you want. Brewmaster being gone on, I mean, granted, it's not something he can really control, considering he's going up against a safe tri-lane. It's definitely going to be hard for him to do anything. Zeus is mid, with Clinks watching him. This lane, I think it should break even. There shouldn't be an obvious winner here, but I mean, Clinks should definitely be doing well enough so that Zeus isn't as far ahead as he is. Zeus throwing out some right clicks to harass Clinks, but taking some tower damage in return. Not exactly the best here. Meanwhile, we see level 5 Spirit Breaker versus, there we go, level 4 Slark. Spirit Breaker basically an entire level ahead. And there it is, the 4-minute nighttime Night Stalker on the prowl. Level 2 Night Stalker, but it doesn't matter because this is where he's going to start getting all of his gold, all of his kills, all of his experience. It looks like he's already going for Clinks in the mid lane. Have the one Radiant Ward up here that spotted him out. Other than that, they have a Radiant Ward down here that will give Jungle Vision up in here. But if he's able to make it down, come across the rune spot, and come into the jungle around here and behind, that's a dead Slark. All Spirit Breaker has to do is charge. But now we see him top lane. The lane is being pushed, so this isn't exactly the best spot for them to be in. Dazzle taking not as much damage as I thought, honestly. Earthshaker up here, they might be able to possibly do something. Night Stalker pulling. This is definitely not how you want to use Night Stalker. Support Night Stalker? Yes, that is okay. But Night Stalker working your jungle a minute into night with not even an attempted gank, well, one attempted gank, but not enough of one, that's not what you want to be doing. There's Night Stalker, he gets caught out. Throws out the right click, Earthshaker Fisher, but it's going to actually save him. The one more right click comes through and the poison touch goes, so it actually won't save him. Quap going in, Earthshaker's totem, but no ability, and the Zeus ult comes out, but Dazzle Shallow Graves just in time. Night Stalker chasing. Dazzle's going to have to body block, but Dazzle doesn't body block. He doesn't care at all. And he's going to manage to run it out. Dazzle, what are you doing? Dazzle, please, no. Dazzle sacrifices himself for the Earthshaker. That was some great play. I definitely think he would have been able to make it out of there. But, man, Spirit Breaker coming in. This is looking like a double kill, possibly. Shazzy doing his best to right-click Spirit Breaker, and there's the double kill. Spirit Breaker is going to get killed in return, but I would definitely call it not worth it. The entire offlane of Radiant died for the Spirit Breaker and the Silencer. Granted, they are playing a lot better this game than they were last game. I mean, if you look at that, that allowed Slark to get his level 6. He's getting more farm. He's almost got his Ring of Aquila. Actually, Ring of Aquila should be on the courier on his way to him, and it is. So, Slark was able to get a lot more out of that. Queen of Pain, level 4. Everyone up in this top lane is level 4, and it looks like, nope, they might go on Queen of Pain, but decide not to. She throws out a dagger. That's level 2 dagger. It's nothing to be messing around with. Night Stalker continuously going in the night. Once again, stacking camps, great, but you're a Night Stalker. You are the #1 scary carry in the nighttime. You shouldn't be spending these 4 minutes stacking camps and working the jungle when you could be ganking. He attempted to gank top. He attempted to gank mid. I mean, he didn't even gank top. He just happened to be there when a semi-fight broke out. He has not attempted to gank anything. If he would have ganked bottom, I guarantee Slark would have died. If he would have maybe been a little more patient with mid, maybe gone around back or gone through their jungle, I guarantee Clinks would have died. But he's just been working the jungle. Now, granted, once again, we've got just stacks upon stacks for their cores to work with. So, I wouldn't call it a waste of time, but definitely a better option for Night Stalker to be ganking than doing that. And we're going to have to watch Brewmaster top. He's getting gone on. Queen of Pain now has her 6. Doesn't want to reveal it. And he gets back. Spirit Breaker coming in. Alts. Queen of Pain. Doesn't need anything. Zeus ult going to finish him off. That's just, maybe there was a missing call from the Slark, maybe there wasn't. But they only had one ward that could have scouted out that charge right here. The entire rest of the way, if you look on the map, that was, well, kind of. What, he was like that? So he was, Spirit Breaker was back here-ish. Maybe even at the fountain. Probably not at the fountain, but back in lane a bit when he charged. If they had a ward here, maybe even one here, they could have watched the Spirit Breaker charge through and up to that Brewmaster, but they didn't. So he just had to get hit by Spirit Breaker and take the ultimate straight to the face. Gonna put him in a really good position. Night Stalker coming down bottom. Let's see if they get anything done here. Only Dazzle showing himself. Dazzle definitely needs to be careful. There's Earthshaker in the back, but I don't know if they see him there. New York Jets fan. We got Clinks farming up the mid lane. And if you look at the last hits, Slark has really started to pick it up. 36 last hits compared to Zeus's 38. If you remember, I don't know, about 5 minutes ago, Slark had not even half of Zeus's last hits. I may be wrong, but it certainly seemed like that. Brewmaster commits the split. Earth Spirit, the Boulder Throw, Slark Pounce, and Silencer going down to Slark. Quap, tornadoed up. Slark Pounce on cooldown. Not... That was an interesting effect. I've never seen that before. Brewmaster using his ultimate to at least get 1 kill, and that's really good. That's really how you want to be able to play that hero. Night Stalker finally has a point in his silence. That's what I want to see. Slark, gonna need to ult. There he goes. There goes Slark's ultimate. Just right-clicking down this Zeus. One more right-click, and there he goes. Zeus for a Slark. The two top farmers, pretty even. Pretty even trade. Kinda wished some of the supports other than Dazzle maybe would have tried to come in, but Earthshaker has no mana. Clink's out to be dead. And there goes, that's just what we were talking about. There goes the silence. From Silencer, there's just nothing they could have done there. Absolutely nothing. Need one more right click. Charges off of cooldown, and they charge right back into Brewmaster. Brewmaster, the silence is just too much. They pick supports that are too reliant on casting. Granted, there aren't many supports that aren't reliant on casting. I should say they picked their survivability that was reliant on casting, and with silences, you can't really be survivable if your survivability is silenced and useless. So the Arsenal definitely playing much better than Team VuDoo right now. It's not looking quite as bleak as it was last game at the 11-minute mark. There's no TA with half a Desolator completed at this point in time. But here comes the charge from Spirit Breaker. It's going on to Slark. Slark Shadow Dances out. Will they continue? Yes, Spirit Breaker just commits. Earthshaker throws out the Enchant Totem. Fisher coming out. Slark, the ultimate will take him down. Another. And Quap falls. 2-for-1 trade. Quap for Slark and Earthshaker. That's definitely not worth it. So the ganking finally happening from Team VuDoo, and the second it's off cooldown, he's just going for the kill. Possibly not. I mean, obviously not because he stops it, but sees the Clinks was headed back. Does have his ult, but he has no detection, so that was a smart call by him. Dazzle, solo pushing top lane. Definitely would like to see one of their cores push that lane. Even Slark. I think Slark just needs to leave his lane. Needs to leave bot lane, say, alright, I've been ganked twice in this lane. Probably going to happen again. I don't want it. And the pinks come out. They saw Night Stalker with this ward. They saw him in the jungle. They say, alright, let's be careful. At least I'm assuming that's what they're saying. Hopefully that's what they're saying. Okay, let's be careful. We seize on the prowl. Stay safe in our jungle. And top, the solo Dazzle falls to Quap, but if I had to assume, I'd say it was a group effort. Regardless,
Radiant's middle
Dazzle
tower is
definitely
being attacked.
mispositioned there. Should not be solo in that position.
Radiant's middle tower is under siege.
See the Radiant Ward, watching the jungle. Dire, I have a freshly placed lane ward.
Top tower has fallen.
I honestly don't like this ward if it's not during the laning stage, but I mean, maybe they plan to get some work done with it. It's being charged, obviously. Well, no one anymore. These guys watching the bounty rune for their Zeus. Nope. Zeus says, nope, I don't want it. Dazzle up top, and the ward vision here is just immaculate. They have this up here, they've got this, checking out part of their jungle, the upper part of the rune, this here, getting the other part of the rune, as well as a bit of the mid lane, as well as up near the Ancients. They see this stack here, they see Dazzle has stacked it. Will they go for it? I'm not sure. But I think it's definitely something they might want to consider. And the Earthshaker, 2 wards dropped by Night Stalker, possible stake there, and the silence comes out just too late. They aren't able to kill a single one. Gank gone bad, and finally they're able to clean up. Zeus ult was even used. Nope, I don't think it was used for that. Maybe it was. I'm not sure. If it was used at the beginning. But as a great turn by Team VuDoo, Slark coming in, able to clean up that Night Stalker as well as Earthshaker. Just barely able to get his enchant totem off to save him from the Spirit Breaker. What set do we have here?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
0 first blood, so sad. Anyway, stacks continue to be stacked. This one I don't think is going to stack anymore. That one gone. Looks like they're giving their stacks to good old Zeus. Zeus probably going for a quick bloodstone. There's his point booster. Now he just needs the... Is that the point booster? Yeah, so there's his vitality booster. Now he just needs the recipe, of course, because there's his soul ring, so he just needs the recipe and he'll have bloodstone. These stacks definitely going to help him achieve that. It's going to be another quick, big item for Zeus. Dazzle, on the other hand, oh, Dire put this ward here. I don't know when that happened, but definitely looking like it's going to block that camp. And Dazzle stacking at the wrong time anyway. Stack Ancients at 53 seconds. I think that was too close. I'm pretty sure the spawn box is something like this and this. I think that's the spawn box. So Dazzle just not aware of the stacking time. He did stack the first one. Obviously the first one is the easiest one to stack. Quap bot Ogre Club point booster. Looks like she's going for her quick ags, obviously. Earthshaker got a gauntlets. Not quite sure what he's building into. And ult coming out from Zeus. Oh, the fight breaks out top. Zeus getting caught out. Silencer, silence coming out just too late. Night Stalker popping the dust. Clinks looks like he's going to be dead. We have the Spirit Breaker charge on from him. Clinks is dead. Slark managing to catch out Silencer on the top lane, though. Earthshaker going in. Will he ult? Well, we'll have to see here. If Slark can catch this pounce, it's possible that they could turn this. Slark going into a man fight with Spirit Breaker. Needs to ult. He does ult. He's getting his right clicks off. Slark, just 1 or 2 more right clicks, gets charged. Spirit Breaker, 17.5%. Will the bashes come through? No. 370 to 390 movement speed. Slark faster here, but Slark running into the entire other team. Just a terrible, terrible play there by... Well, not that bad, but just not as advantageous of a play as Slark would have wanted it to be. Dazzle even expending his ult and poison touch on this Zeus. Granted, only a 40-second cooldown, but still not exactly something you want to just be throwing out there willy-nilly. Slark, though, Dazzle's ward gets pinged out immediately by Silencer, but the Slark there, though, definitely should have just stopped chasing Spirit Breaker at this point. Once they killed Earthshaker, he should have said, okay, I have no support here. I have to run. Once again, Dazzle stacking at the wrong time. That might actually work. But if so, it would only triple stack the camp. You would not be able to quad stack that camp, pulling at the 54-second mark. Meanwhile, New York Jets fan farming up. Last hits denies all, well, relatively around 80 in the top 3, so that's pretty even there. But the Spirit Breaker charging on who? We don't know. On to Dazzle. Dazzle not looking good. Spirit Breaker recognizing his mistake. Dazzle throwing out the Poison Touch, dropping his alt, dropping Weave. Spirit Breaker trying to run away. Stone Toss coming out. The rest of Arsenal looks like they're trying to come into fight. Spirit Breaker starts charging away but then stops. They're going on to Silencer. Pings come out that they got him. Slark Pounce connects. So does the Dark Pact, but oh man, Quap and Zeus ults both quickly expended. Slark goes in, starts right-clicking, but guess what? You can be hit through your ult, Slark. Brewmaster comes back into his ult. Dazzle ulted by Spirit Breaker and dead, and Brewmaster just has to run, but there is just enough magic damage to destroy it, and that's a 5-for-1 trade there. Definitely not what they were hoping. That early Spirit Breaker find, it was looking a lot better, but by the end of it, definitely didn't look very good at all. Obvious. Spirit Breaker was able to get away. They just simply don't have enough damage to deal with a hero this tanky. Clinks is really their only hope. And he's just not coming online quick enough. Slark is doing quite a lot of damage with that Yasha, as well as Dark Pact. His ultimate is just not doing enough damage, though. They have Zeus, they have Quap. They're able to continuously deal damage to him through his ultimate. So we saw in this last fight right here. He ulted and started hitting Spirit Breaker around here, but Zeus just threw a lightning bolt, Quaps used a scream, and Slark just fell even with his ult active. It's just... Radiant is really going to have to pick it up, how they're fighting if they're going to want to win this. I haven't seen Earthshaker use Echo Slam yet. That may be just because I haven't seen it, but regardless, I haven't seen it. Looks like they're grouping up. Yep, Dazzle does have Dust. So there we see the Dust expended. And we see the line where they want to go. Link's going to be their scout. They find Spirit Breaker nice and early, but he walks in straight under a ward. Earthshaker almost ready to cast Fissure, but a Global Silence comes out from Silencer, and that's going to stop that gank. They'll group up on the other side of the river, but Slark isn't aware that they still have vision of him. The ward just times out, they lose vision. Slark starts farming Ancients, but Slark, no! Slark instantly killed the rest of his team just too far away to do anything about it. Brewmaster is definitely not having the amount of farm he'd like to at this point in time. He's sitting on 1.6k gold. He has a shield, a ring, wand, and brown boots. His farm is actually comparable to the Earthshakers, which is definitely not something you want to say as an offlane hero. And Clink's just instantly falling. I'm not sure where Clink's was, but quite obvious Zeus ult was used to kill him. Silencer off in the tree line. Night Stalker as well. I would have preferred him to lead with Crippling Fear there and then the Void. Possible they could have chased him if he wouldn't have been able to get off the Fissure. Night Stalker, possibly getting caught out here. Oh, just walk, just walk. All you have to do is walk around the corner. There's Night Stalker. They see him, but he runs. They aren't quick enough. Fissure goes out, and there's the rest of Night Stalker's team. Slark immediately getting caught out again in almost the exact same fashion. The Night Stalker silence into the Void, into the Quap Scream. This time she had to expend her ult, but really doesn't matter. Dazzle shallow graving himself to attempt to keep himself alive, but Quap has a haste rune. She doesn't care. She's going to chase this all the way. Earthshaker finally fissures, but just doesn't even do close to enough work. Quap almost up to full health again. Zeus just blinking up onto the high ground. Earthshaker going to die from all this DOT. Dazzle being forced back. Clink's almost dead as well. Clink's silenced and being forced back. There's 2 dusts expended. No mana for Void or anything else, and Co-op is too far away to do any right-click damage. So Clink's is going to be able to make it out for now. 2 heroes alive, Dazzle and Clink's, and they're going to probably, and Dire is probably going to go up ground with their 4, or high ground with their 4 heroes. Granted, not looking too hot for a Night Stalker. But he was able to pick up a Midas, so that's really going to accelerate his farm. So I think I would have preferred to see him just go for boots. Although I understand that the Midas is going to be put into a fast Aghanim Scepter, I think it would have been better if he would have just gone into boots. Or straight into treads and then used the money he spent on the Midas to, or the 1500 gold on the Midas to just start going for Ags instead. Looking like kind of like last game. They realize they're behind. They realize they're not fighting well. Team VuDoo sticking as 5. They decide, all right, this isn't going as amazing as we expected. We'll stick as 5. And Clink's, nope. Dazzle being charged by Spirit Breaker. We'll have to see. Will the rest of the team come in? Nope. Spirit Breaker stops. Slark walks uphill. Once again, finds Silencer, and you need to just get out of there, Slark. If you've learned anything from past mistakes, it's that you do not want to go up aggressive against this team. They'll silence you, and you instantly fall. Didn't see if Clink's had found Zeus at all, and it looks like he did not. Zeus was able to make it mid lane with a TP. Before Clink's ever found him, but Ping's coming out, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Silencer has the smoke. Co-op unable to be smoked, but she can provide a distraction mid lane. Go into the jungle, and they're probably going to find Clink's the second they come up. Silencer, smoke is popped. There he is. They ping out his location, but no one has dust. Silencer has dust. Will they be able to find it? Silencer just needs to pop dust, and there he is. Clink's goes down, and they managed to track him down. So successful smoke. It's really, honestly, I think it's looking like GG here for Team VuDoo. They're 14 kills behind. Team VuDoo has yet to take a tower. Granted, one of them is low, one's at half health, and one is basically pristine. I don't think they defend this tier 2. I think they cut their losses, say, okay, we can't fight uphill, take the tier 2, and we'll be prepared to defend. Looks like they want to defend this tier 2. They're all here, except for Clink's, ready to go. Arsenal also on the back line. Silencer Global Silence is up. Zeus ult up in 33. Spirit Breaker comes charging in. Magic dropped. I don't know who. Oh, there. Heaven's Halberd on Zeus. Or Heaven's Halberd on Spirit Breaker just doing work, not allowing Slark to do anything. An immediate triple kill for Team Arsenal. It's not looking good. Basically, all they had to do was wait for that Spirit Breaker charge to connect, drop their ults, and there was nothing that Team VuDoo could do to stop that. Now that they're pushing uphill, all they really have to stop this is the glyph. They can have, I think their best chance they've got here is to show a 4-man presence, and well, so much for the 4-man presence because there's a silence. Zeus ult wasn't even used. Brewmaster probably would have died if it wasn't for that. Quap blinks out. Spirit Breaker going to be stuck back. Spirit Breaker stunned up. Totem used to set him up a little more. Charges onto Dazzle. He's slowed. Night Stalker gets a silence, but they don't care. They just keep going uphill. All the magic damage in the world, and there we go. There's the team wipe. Earthshaker buys back. Slark naturally respawns, and they're going to go straight back into defending this tower. They don't want to lose this. It may not say it up top, but oh by golly. If they don't win this, it's over for them. And Earthshaker immediately dies. That's a dieback for him. Slark hacking down at Spirit Breaker, but he is not able to do it. He gets silenced up, and my god, Veil of Discord just doing so much work for them. So much magic damage. The Void and Lightning Bolt coming out after that Veil of Discord buff. Just insane amounts of damage. With this Ghost Scepter, I think Zeus is going to attempt to... He might just keep it as a Ghost Scepter to protect himself from Slark and Clinks, but I think he might also possibly go E-Blade with it.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Like I said, not sure if I am correct, and don't quote me on this, but you cannot, yeah, you can't cast Ghost Scepter on enemies, or on anyone but yourself, so. He either bought it to protect himself from Slark, or he's going to go E-Blade. I mean, it is pretty smart considering the only magic damage they have is Earthshaker. I think Dallows. Yep, that's physical, so that's physical as well. Okay, so yeah, literally all the magic damage they have is from Earthshaker, Thunderclap, and some of the Primal Split abilities. So really, going into Ghost form, not too spooky. Slark going to be farming the jungle, and the pings come out that they want to push the mid tower. TP rotation comes in from Night Stalker, obviously not to the pings, but they come there. Simultaneous pings from Silencer come out, probably saying, let's get wards up, guys, let's get some wards up. He has wards. I have no idea what he's pinging. They probably assume that they have a ward there. Meanwhile, Team VuDoo checking Roshan, making sure Dire doesn't do that. Zeus coming over. Lightning, and nope. No ward there, sirs. VuDoo does have 2 wards up. But if we look at the net worth, everyone except for Silencer is ahead of the entirety of Team VuDoo. Even your, well, actually, even your support Night Stalker is up ahead. And here, another smoke being used, and Dazzle and Clink's about to run themselves right into it. Dazzle just instantly bursted down. Clink's making poor choices, is all I have to say. Instantly dead. Brewmaster also instantly dead. Global Silence comes out. Even if you wanted to do something, you couldn't have. There goes the dagger. The ult from Spiritbreaker just drops him. Slark also killed on the back lines, and there's a team wipe for none. The good game well played comes out from New York Jets fan, and that is game 2 of the series, lasting basically a perfect 30 minutes. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. It's been Caelum Casts, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.